break, we're back with the latest in the mobility sector. I'm your host, Arbe, and joining me in the studio are Fridman from Foretellix and Kobi Marenko from Arbe, both companies working on developments for safe and viable autonomous vehicles. In the autonomous vehicles, everyone is saying that it's around the corner. Tell us how the radar compares to other options like LiDAR and cameras.
Radar, first of all, is the only sensor that can work in any weather, any lighting condition, any environmental condition. Radar is the only one that really functions there. It's the only sensor that has a really long range. We can see a car from more than 300 meters with our sensor. And also it's the only sensor that actually measures the Doppler, the velocity of the object towards you. So if there is a child jumping to the road, we are able to detect it in microseconds and make the car stops.
And this is for new vehicles, or it can be adapted to existing vehicles that are not already autonomous?
All of those technologies needs to be installed in the car, calibrated with the car, so they need to be produced with the car.
And Roy, you developed a new technology taking care of an area that is less attended in the autonomous vehicle revolution. Can you share about the technology?
Yes, of course. So we are providing potential customers, which are AV developers, regulators, certification bodies, insurance companies, basically everyone in the ecosystem with a way to exercise hundreds of millions of road scenarios that the AV might encounter, including edge cases and others. And out of this, extract safety metrics to understand and prove whether the autonomous vehicle is actually safe.
And the founding team of Foretellix already sold a company based on a similar technology. Can you tell us about it?
Basically, a lot of the methods, the methodologies, and the currently used methodologies in this world was invented by some of our founding teams. Yoav, our CTO and co-founder, actually sold the company in the complex verification space to Cadence, which is a big chip tools company. Yoav is working now 6 or 7 years on investigating verification of autonomous systems. And during this process, he understood that some of the concepts or methodologies proven concepts and methodologies coming from that world, actually with the right adaptation, can work very well to verify autonomous vehicles. So that's how Foretellix actually came to life.
So the next question goes to both of you. What are we going to see in the coming year being deployed in the mobility sector?
So basically, this industry is an industry that is not really fast moving. So the things that you will see this year is actually the things that you already see today. I believe that Google, Waymo, their self-autonomous car, will increase the amount of vehicles and might even by the end of this year really remove the driver from part of their cars. Same with Cruise of GM. We don't expect this year to have a real commercial deployment of a robot taxi, even not in Silicon Valley or other urban areas. I do believe that this year will belong to shuttles. There will be some autonomous shuttles in a campus, in the closed areas that will begin takeoff. And last but not least, I believe that trucks will take a lot of attention. We should also put our attention to China. The focus is now on the Silicon Valley, but I think in China there's a lot happening, a lot of stuff happening right now. And during this year, we will see something from China too.
I'm looking forward to see that. And Roy, what do you have to say that what's coming in the next year?
So I think that in general, this year and maybe the next year as well, this is like more of the age of reckoning when there are a lot of great technologies around the autonomous vehicles that are being developed for a few years to enable this amazing revolution. But I think that OEMs and AV developers are understanding now that this might be actually more complex than they thought originally. And it might require more work and some things that are more grounded And actually, Foretellix is coming to exactly to enable this, to help with the aspects of safety and provide true verifications to autonomous vehicles.
Well, thank you both for joining us today. As much as mobility is evolving at a rapid pace, our health is another theme that has evolved through technology. Let's watch a segment on the evolution of medtech.